this thing on? Hello? I am Batman. No, wait, so that's not doing it, Dave. And we are live. What's it look?
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, close that down a little bit.
We've got to boil that water.
It's going to get unbearably hot in here. I've opened the vents right on the front.
Have you?
Yeah. Close them right down.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That did absolutely nothing. That's it. What the fuck? What's it doing?
It's vibrating.
Is it moving on its own?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want it?
Aye, sure it is. Self-adjusting.
Yeah.
Good crackle.
It's that keyring heating up, isn't it? And just... What the hell?
Good God. Strange goings on.
I've absolutely no idea why it's doing that.
That's magic.
You're right, though, on it.
You explain. You can have another can.
Oh.
How much is?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it. Take it.
Sponsored
by.
Yeah, so just to give a bit of backstory on tonight, we'd planned to do a canoe camp again. We were going to go on, is it Peel Island? On Coniston Lake. Is it called Peel Island?
I don't know.
The Old Swallows and Amazons Island, but it's given pretty bad weather tonight and wind and that tomorrow morning, so crossing with all this gear would have been a bit gnarly. So we sacked it off and we were late out. We were going to do a bit of a walk in somewhere and we sacked that off. We've just come to a trusty old spot that we've been to loads of times and yeah, it's literally a pull up in the car, get all your gear out and literally walk 100 yards. So yeah, here we are. By the time we got set up and it was dark, so you've seen in the other video setting this Cozshack up and that, so there wasn't much point in showing you that again. So yeah, thought we'd just do a chilled out one.
The Cozshack Podcast.
The Cozshack Podcast. That'll do it. It is sweltering in here. Get that door open. Good God.
Goodness gracious.
Crickle. Yeah, so
It is quite warm.
it absolutely is. So we literally not videoed anything tonight. So we made some scran. We scoffed the scran. It was absolutely pissing it down, so you couldn't hear yourself thinking here. And yeah,
Food was good.
food was good. Banging.
Good food. Probably eat better coming out camping. Well, I say that. The missus, she makes pretty decent food, but
Yeah,
we have pretty good meals, don't we?
we do. We do.
And Byron couldn't make it again, could he?
No, he's in Bonnie, Scotland,
Good old Snotland.
living it up. Yeah, so, right. Podcast.
Yeah.
Here we fucking go. What's crack? I'm going to kick my boots off.
So we discussed a few things, didn't we? We were going to go through, like, probably what's been our most favourite camp.
We'll start there then. What is your all-time favourite?
Mine?
Your best camp,
Uh,
and why?
I don't really know. I think there's probably been a couple, and both of them have involved snow. I think that night where we went out,
The last one.
yeah, at the top of Brown Pike Ridge, when we got, well, I bent my tent because it was that buried and windy, and then we couldn't see anything without goggles.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more the best camp because of the risk that came with it, perched on a cliff
Yeah,
with no visibility.
that was decent. I do actually remember saying as well, before I got my head down that night, have you battened down your tent?
That other camp where we went up, White Pike on it, and it was like 2 foot deep of snow. We had to
Me, you and Jamie?
burrow in, yeah.
Yeah, that was class.
That was a belt of that.
Aye.
But what about yours? What were your favourite camps?
My favourite probably was that, like you say, the first one, up on Buck Pike or Brown Pike, whatever it was, in the snow. And again, purely because it was absolutely mental, but it was a proper test for that silhouette tent.
Yeah.
I got that.
You still got that, haven't you?
Yeah. I was well impressed with that. But yeah, it was just an absolutely epic night because it was crystal clear one in the sky.
Yeah.
But then there was like big cloud inversion over Coniston and then down.
Oh yeah, we've actually.
Rotten Mills.
I've still got some pictures of that actually.
I've got pictures. We'll stick them up at some point now. That was awesome. And it was like properly, because I think that's probably the coldest night I've had.
Yeah.
I was warm enough in the tent, and like you say, we had all the proper gear and that. But I think I left my watch hanging on the top of the tent. Was it -16?
Yeah, it was something stupid, wasn't it?
It was mental, absolutely mental. But
And we always say, don't we, all the gear, no idea. And I mentioned it tonight again, didn't I?
yeah,
And we're probably to a point now where we've got all the gear and a good idea.
yeah, a good bit of idea now, bit of experience.
We've been camping now for 2 or 3 years, maybe even longer. What's your favourite bit of camping kit? What's your least favourite bit of camping kit?
Yeah, my favourite kit-wise, not including
Not tents,
tents and stuff like that.
just kit.
My best sleeping bag, most durable, is probably this, and it's synthetic. It's the hammock over quilt thing by One Tigress, and it's
Is it the Featherlight?
Featherlight, that's it, yeah. But for a synthetic over quilt, I've used it like all year round. And granted, if you're in a hammock in winter, you need something a bit extra. But I've literally used this, just like a military hitchy blanket. Just use that on top of it, and all like wrapped underneath you or whatever. I've been toasty warm. It's been decent.
To be fair, like a lot of our gear's all, like we started off with One Tigress, didn't we?
Yeah,
Everything was One Tigress, and we still use it now.
yeah, definitely. That's definitely
gear.
my favourite bit of gear is that. Just because I've used it hundreds of times, all over hammock, tent, bloody.
What's your bed's One Tigress as well, isn't it?
I am fully one teed up. But yeah, I actually used this on the first North Coast 500 trip we did, which was, when was that? July.
Yeah,
A couple of years ago, was it?
June 2021.
Maybe.
No, must have been June 2020.
God
A
knows.
few years ago now. We've been a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, 3 times.
On motorbikes.
But yeah, I used it for that for like 4 or 5 days or whatever we did. However long we did it over. It was decent. So it's good
So
versatile.
What's your worst bit of kit then that you've got?
Worst bit of kit?
Worst, disliked, unused, whichever word you want to use.
I don't have any kit that's unused, to be honest. My worst bit of kit.
What could you do without?
Well, I sold it. Was I forgot what it's called now. One Tigris. Was it? It's a One Tigris 10-gram ultralight backpacking tent, and it was. I could pitch. I've watched. There's a guy on YouTube called Summit or Nothing, and he put a video up of trying to pitch that tent. It wasn't an easy tent to pitch. It's basically the same as the Lanshan tent. You know, like 2 walking poles, and it's just like an A-shape, A-frame sort of thing. That tent, I just never got on with it, and it was full mesh, dead breezy, and even in summer, it wasn't like you just literally you may as well have been sat outside. But yeah, we camped up White Pike Caves with that.
Oh yeah,
because there's no room to pitch your tent, was there?
No.
And it hailstormed all night, and it was.
And then someone else where we've had the world's smallest tent.
A nylon coffin. But yeah,
no room to sit up.
So yeah, that's probably my worst bit of kit, which I sold, and yeah, it was. I used it and I tried to get on with it, and I even would go as far to say that I liked it at one point, but then it was like the first bit of proper kit that I bought.
Yeah,
never really got on with it much. It was painful.
Things have evolved quite exponentially since then, though.
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
What about you?
The One Tigris fetish. My favourite bit of kit, I don't know. Got quite a few. I quite like my new Flex Tail Mini.
Oh, the tiny rappel.
Yeah, the tiny rappel, yeah. Because you can never have enough light, can you?
No.
And I forgot my head torch tonight as well, so getting that up and going, it's been decent.
Yeah.
Sleeping kit wise, well, I've got all sorts, to the biggest sleeping bags you can find to some of the smallest things that pack down to nothing. But like you, the Featherlight's belting for all year round, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've got the kit that goes under you to keep you warm as well, then use it whenever. But tonight I'm in the Snug Pack Expedition. Don't ask me why, because I've got an itchy blanket under me as well, and I'm going to be scalderingly hot, I think.
I'd be using that as a quilt tonight.
Yeah, but then I'm going to have an itchy back. So I might get rid of that itchy blanket. See what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've got loads of stuff that I like me backpack as well.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of that now.
Osprey.
The Osprey, yeah, EFA 65, I think it is.
It is that.
Which is decent. Albeit I got the wrong size. I got a large. I probably should have got a medium.
Yeah, I borrowed that for a hike up in Scotland, didn't I, for a few days.
Worst bit of kit.
Your worst bit of kit?
Probably not the worst. It's just because it wasn't worthy of living up to what we put it through. The X-Bed sim mat was good, but it broke. The baffles went in it, and then it was actually down here where I blew it up one of the nights, and there was just a massive boilie in the middle of it, and you had to sleep perched over the top of this thing or arched, however you want to call it. But
it was like having an inflated, like full inflated pillow, halfway down it.
I don't even know like how it happened or what's caused it. It's almost like the glue's come unattached at the seams on it, and then it's just
I think they actually they're like put in a press that's like got like an iron, like hot,
Yeah,
hot stripes, and it like melts it together.
Yeah,
I've seen a few videos of people that have. I think that Grizzly Gaz has done it. He's made one for his dog out of a sleeping pad that burst or whatever, and he cut it in half and scraped like the insulation like off the inside of it just on one line, and then ironed it flat.
Right. To seam it shut.
Yeah, and it holds there and that.
Right. But yeah, that's probably my bit of kit. I mean, Exped's a big brand, it's a big name.
Yeah.
But that just failed early on. And to be fair, they replaced it pretty easily, didn't they? They just gave him money back.
Yeah.
And then they moved on to the climate after that, which again is probably one of the better bits of kit I've got. Yeah.
I got at the same time you bought that Exped. So we'll have had them 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, well, did you get the climate when I got the Exped?
Yeah, so I got that Static V Lux.
Yeah,
like the big one. But yeah, that's been decent. But then I've heard a few people saying that it's not for them.
Just depends on what you like, I suppose, doesn't
it? Yeah.
The difficult thing is with these days is you can't just go and wax 120 quid on a blow insulated airbed to then not like it.
Yeah, that's it's a bit different if you're getting it given in it to try.
Yeah,
give it a bit of a. Well, I suppose you can give an honest review, can't you? No, I've got on with that. I've had it for ages, but yeah, I've owned however long I've had it for now, 2 or 3 years, whatever. It has just started leaking air out of the valve, so it's kind of it's got a different valve onto yours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different setup, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been absolutely perfect up until when we did the NC 500 again last time, and it started leaking. So I don't know if it's an upgrade or not, but I ended up buying the. Everyone calls it the Light Tour, but because I'm from Cumbria, I really want to call it the Light Tour.
The Tour.
Yeah, it's just like a really lightweight, insulated, inflatable mat. And it's like shine the same sort of gear as what this tent inner's made out of, like the silver or aluminium or whatever it is. But yeah, I've not tried it out yet, but as soon as the snow comes, I'll be putting it through its paces.
Yeah.
See what it's like. Probably some of the most used kit that we've had. I'd say these fires.
Yeah.
These walkers. With absolutely.
They get hammered, don't they?
Hammered them, yeah. And they've been decent. Really good. So.
Yeah, I never had an issue with them. I got a stainless one originally, didn't I?
Yeah.
Like a cheaper version, and that was an absolute bag of shit.
Yeah.
To the point at which the internals of it started falling apart, didn't they, when it got too hot?
Yeah, you had to get it welded, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the chimney just creaked and cracked all right because it was expanding and contracting.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
It was pretty bad, that.
So if you ever want a burner, get a titanium one.
Yeah, 100%.
Spend the extra dough.
Because you literally use that stainless one twice, 3 times, and it was in way worse state than like warp wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like these are warped, but as soon as you put them together, they just like pop back into shape. It's not.
Yeah, that thing you could barely get the lid back on. It was that twisted, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
we're just gonna go everything titanium. I think that's what some of the stuff that I want my missus to get me for Christmas. Titanium gear.
Yeah.
Water bottles, cutlery.
I've had that cup as well for probably since we first started going out. That's Lexada or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, that's supposed to be an up and coming brand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been pretty decent, really. Like I say, it's titanium and that, but yeah.
You've just got the Rocky Boy for your birthday, haven't you, as well?
Yeah.
The one time it was Firebox.
Yeah. Not used it yet. Usually use them when we're on, like out in the tents on the fells or whatever.
Yeah.
Find a rock to put it on, and it's It's not so bad if you bring like a few bits of wood, then you still get the campfire TV.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely, for me anyway, an important part of getting out camping is having the fire.
Yeah.
For sure. I know there's a time and a place, and obviously when we're out on the fells and that, we don't really, well, we never do unless we've got the little bush box type of but
I think we're going to try and get into a bit more bushcrafty stuff as well, aren't we? I mean, years ago, when we went up to what we call the hobo camp,
yeah,
that was just your standard before we had any kit. It looked like a blue tarp that you'd put in your house to prevent paint from going all over your carpet. That was strung up between trees. There was other tarps one there. There was just multicoloured ropes everywhere, paracord, and then a couple of hammocks. And we got into a bit of building, didn't we, and doing a bit around that area. And I wouldn't mind sort of getting out if we get a bit of land we can go on, or get some permission to do that sort of stuff. And if there's anything that's felled or dead, just create a bit of a lean-to, or at the start of a hut, or even a firewall.
Definitely could, even up the forestry, like.
Yeah, well, after that's come down now, hasn't it? And they're probably just wanting to get rid of it.
Yeah, we had an absolutely awesome hammocking spot, didn't we? Up like, again, it was like literally 50 yards away from where you park the car, so you could take loads of cooking gear and stuff with you, and like loads of scram and like loads of like warm sleeping stuff and that. So getting there wasn't really an issue, and once you were there, it was like you could have been absolutely anywhere. So that was like our go-to spot. Like 9 times out of 10, we'd be hammocking there, and it ended up getting chopped down, didn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody nightmare.
That's all gone now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we won't mind getting it back, but it's going to be a good few years before that happens.
Well, I think it was planted in the 60s, so it won't be in our lifetime.
Well, and if it is, we'll be there with grey beards, grey hair. Well, I'll have hair.
Jesus. Savage. That bald patch is getting bigger up back of your head.
Fucking bald patch my ass. I've noticed since I've come camping with you, the greys are starting to protrude through the brown now.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And then we don't even need to discuss favourite trips, because we'll both have the same answer, which is the NC 500 probably.
Which one more?
All of them.
All of them.
So we'll probably call it a night now. We're probably going to end up bedding down soon, aren't we?
I think so.
And then we'll see what it's like in the morning. It's supposed to be bad weather. You probably heard on a couple of them, or a bit of that talking before, some background noise, which was the rain coming off the trees above the Cozshack. We've got our mic. That's up high at the moment. Again, something new for us, and we're just trying to figure out like where's best to place stuff. But I mean, it's the same as everything, isn't it? We'll upgrade gear as we go.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be an issue with that. But
no.
Other than that, unless you've got anything else to say, we'll probably see you on the next one.
Yeah. Just you have to let us know in the comments if you like this sort of thing, because it might be the first and last time we do it. But we'll have to see how the video does all right. Maybe do a few more.
We'll be somewhere at some point, probably next week.
No.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!